Sophie let the words penetrate, grateful for the gift. Hope was precious, to be neither hoarded nor spent lightly, and so was life. The thought resonated as she walked back to her family's apartment building, noting each detail of her surroundings, her cocoon. She felt a metamorphic stirring. It was time for change. She'd go straight up to Mama and... Her cell phone vibrated. She answered, but no one responded. Whoever was placing the calls waited each time for her to answer, stayed on the line as long as she did without ever saying a word. No breathing or threats, but the silence unsettled her more. The number was blocked, so she could not return the calls. Could it be someone she had counseled? She'd given none of them her personal number, though she was reachable through the hotline. If they'd gone to the trouble to get it some other way, why wouldn't they say what they wanted? "I'm not sure what you're hoping to accomplish by this. If you need something, say so." Still nothing. "If you won't tell me, I can't help you." She disconnected and looked back over her shoulder. A prickle itched along her neck, the feeling of being watched. Her tendons tightened, even though she guessed it was only a shade from the past. She went into the hall and navigated past bicycles with training wheels, basketballs, skateboards, snow boots, and other kid clutter. So many children in this building, and she their favorite auntie, with no kids of her own to distract her. Nicky cried upstairs, and her sister Monica hollered for Bobby to quiet him, not even noticing the irony. Sophie smiled. She'd miss this boisterous scene. She loved them all. She just couldn't stay there anymore. Mariana Di Mino's words had awakened her. She'd been going through the motions, lost in a semi-sleep of doubt and regret. But she was alive, and there was hope that she could squeeze through the familial cocoon that had shielded her for the last 6 years and force strength into her wings. She climbed the stairs to the second floor. Mama was up. She could tell by the scorched aroma leaking into the hall. This would be the first tug, the hardest squeeze. She rapped the door, and her father let her in as he left for work. "See ya, Pop." He tapped her shoulder in passing. It would be better to let Mama get used to the idea without Pop's concerns piling on. Even before Tony's death, Mama had done everything she could to keep her chicks near. Only Lance had flown the coop, his restless wanderings a constant concern for the woman wiping off the kitsch-cluttered counter. The open window let the smoke out and the cold in. Black, soggy crumbs littered the sink, where Mama had scraped the charred surface from the toast. Chunks clung to the drain like flies. "Don't worry, Mama. Pop's glad for a full stomach." "You think Lance would say so?" Her mother shook the towel over the sink and hung it on the rack. Lance would try hard not to say anything. But if any woman could look inside her children, it was Doria Lovecchio Michelli. Lance and Nonna Antonia had run the restaurant downstairs and provided feasts for the family for years. Both wonderful cooks had suffered Mama's kitchen handicap with considerable restraint, but she knew. "Why are you thinking about Lance, Mama?" "I always think about Lance. I think about all of you. I worry." She wiped her hands on the apron, nipping into her shapely waist. Mama had assets, grazie a Dio. Pop knew what he was getting and what he wasn't. Sophie drew a breath. "I'm leaving." "You just got here." Mama ran the cloth under the water and squeezed it out. I'm going away." "Madonna mia!" Mama pressed a hand to her heart and turned. "Going away? How can you go away?" Sophie sighed. "I need to." "What about school? You worked yourself ragged." "My dissertation's been approved. I can write it anywhere, check in by phone and electronically." "But—" Mama's face darkened. Her hand slid to her throat. "You found them." Sophie shook her